So many of you are probably familiar with the likes of Franz Ferdinand, The Rapture, Yeah Yeah Yeahs, Interpol, and other bands like The Bravery that very much captured the indie sleaze spirit of the 2000s. But before you ask, no, I'm not making this video because I'm jealous I couldn't get tickets to Franz. And while I am actually jealous, yes, I actually aim today to just highlight and shed light on a band that really mastered this dance rock combo so expert way before Franz Ferdinand and other dance rock groups took the scene. So this band, APB, short for A Positive Band, is a Scottish post-punk band hailing from Ellen, Aberdeenshire, who championed twitchy guitar riffs, charismatic lyrics, all beginning in 1979, before it was way cool like it is now. In short, APB's rural beginnings reinforce a miraculous nature of their sound. They lived in a rural place where cows very much dominated the landscape rather than rock enthusiasts or concert goers. So how is it that they were able to embrace this dance rock chemistry with cowbells and, bass guitar in their funk punk tracks? I don't know. What we do know is that they mashed together funk, new wave, and other contemporary sounds like that of Gang of Four in such a accessible, danceable way. And their bass-driven fingerprints can be found all across music, in dance and in rock, in the music of Franz Ferdinand, The Rapture, and even Red Hot Chili Peppers. Decades later, Young American Records gave them a well-earned nod in Radio 1 sessions. Their performances have been documented and discussed at great length, and you can find these. The hardworking trio, George Chin Drums, Glenn Roberts on guitar, and Ian Slater on bass and vocals, caught the attention of Aberdeen indie label Oily Records, and in 1981. But it wasn't they were able to finance their first single, Chain Reaction, until the birth of their first single, Shoot You Down, that they added their drummer, Rusty Egan, and they were able to kind of launch themselves from obscurity to the New York dance punk scene. And John Peel got a hold of this, and he was able to kind of put them on into the clutches of New York City's coolest DJs. And basically, there was a hunt for spare copies of the records, even though they did remain heavily obscure. They were so influential in this dance punk circuit that Shoot You Down, one of the most famous songs, was said to have been an influence on Adam Horovitz of Beastie Boys, and he is quoted to say, "It was a punk dance floor classic." Imagine this directness and punch of Gang of Four, the deep funk of George Clinton, the political fire of The Clash, and the melodic hooks of the Buzzcocks, all distilled into three teenagers from Aberdeenshire in Scotland, where cows outnumber horses. The result, an irresistible rhythm-driven attack, right to your ears and your... So look out for the track Shoot You Down on your streaming service near you, because once you do, it will become a contagious affair. So highly recommend their album, Something to Believe In, including tracks like Palace Filled with Love and One Day. And I believe that his influence is something that needs to be discussed more, and that with time, this band will become the legends that they deserve. So move over Franz Ferdinand. There's other people that deserve the limelight. Thanks.